Welcome back to my KEEPUP channel. Real Housewives star Porsha Williams' ex Simon Guobadia deported after ICE detainment. Porsha Williams' ex-husband Simon Guobadia has been deported back to Nigeria after a 4-month ICE detainment. DailyMail.com has confirmed that the 61-year-old estranged husband of Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha, 43, was released from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement's custody and sent back to his home country. Guobadia is also no longer listed on the system of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. DailyMail.com has reached out to representatives of Williams and Guobadia. His friend Ty Savit told Us Weekly that Guobadia was sent back on a flight home to Nigeria a couple of days ago and was in good spirits despite the tough experience of 4 months at the detention center, which was the first time he was ever imprisoned. Amid the ongoing immigration protests in Los Angeles, Savit said that Guobadia is not mad at U.S. President Donald Trump and would actually like a sit-down meeting with him. Back in February, Porsha broke her silence after estranged husband, Simon, was detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. The entrepreneur was being held at Stewart Detention Center in Lumpkin, Georgia, at the time, according to Us Weekly. His status was listed as in ICE custody, according to U.S. Department of Homeland Security's records. Amid the news in February, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star, who's going through a contentious divorce from Guobadia, took to her Instagram, calling the situation disheartening. "It's disheartening to see my estranged husband make choices that have led to this outcome. At this moment, my priority is moving forward with my family," she wrote. Guobadia, who immigrated from Nigeria to the United States in 1982, allegedly overstayed his visa and was declared deportable in 1985. He subsequently returned to the United States in 1986 and once more overstayed his work visa. It came amid President Trump's order for massive deportations of illegal migrants, which he signed off on earlier this year, which the nation has since come to fruition. The order allows for the deportation of undocumented immigrants to their countries of origin. Guobadia, who pleaded guilty to fraud in 1987 and was deported in 1992 after 2 more arrests, returned to the U.S. a month later. His 2016 naturalization attempt was denied. In 2024, the Atlanta Black star reported that he had been repeatedly denied residency. In February 2024, he celebrated his life in America, writing on Instagram, "Happy Tuesday to all who ever overcame and persevered in life. You are winning. #42 years living in America." Porsha filed for divorce just days later, after just 15 months of marriage. The couple said "I do" in November 2022 after getting engaged in May 2021. Their divorce is still ongoing. Last September, Porsha was granted a major legal victory in her ongoing divorce from Simon. In the latest ruling from the case, the court granted the reality star her request to quash her ex's subpoena and request for a videotaped deposition of her employer, True Entertainment, along with a motion for a protective order, according to People. In addition, a judge also denied Simon's emergency motions regarding discovery and awarded Porsha's attorney's fees of litigation to be paid by Simon, as the filing also pertains to their prenuptial agreement. Simon argues that wife's desire to return to reality television or employment in the future constitutes a non-disclosure of material fact and misrepresentation that renders the prenuptial agreement unenforceable, according to documents. He also claimed that Porsha had agreed to be a stay-at-home mom and wife during their marriage and would even forego her own career, which the court found to be invalid. According to People, the court did not find merit in his argument, as the court finds that wife has been a reality TV celebrity for years, which was well known to husband at the time of negotiating the prenuptial agreement, and husband nevertheless married wife with this knowledge. In the couple's prenuptial agreement, it states that its central purpose is to avoid contested and expensive litigation, including the costly and potentially intrusive discovery process, if an event of dissolution occurs. Now the ruling from the judge reads that the court finds it undisputed by both parties that the prenuptial agreement at issue in this case was negotiated by the parties with very competent lawyers over a year length of time, and included the exchange of financial disclosures, such that the issues of fraud, mistake, misrepresentation, and duress are clearly addressed in multiple provisions of the prenuptial agreement. Essentially, the crux of husband's argument could have been explicitly contained within the four corners of the parties' prenuptial agreement, and it was not. This is considered to be a massive victory for Porsha, as she is now at the final step of divorce proceedings, and as the couple's prenuptial agreement is upheld by court, she will be awarded her legal expenses by her ex, thus walking away a single woman. Back in February, Porsha broke her silence over the end of her 15-month marriage to Simon, who she first began dating in 2021. Following news of their split, revealed in court papers obtained by People on Thursday, the star took time to acknowledge the supportive messages and comments she has received from fans. "Thank you for your prayers and support," broken heart emoji, she captioned a post, shared with her more than 7.6 million Instagram followers. Within 7 hours, she received 109,925 likes and thousands of supportive comments, including one from her Real Housewives of Atlanta co-star Kenya Moore, Phaedra Parks and Cynthia Bailey. Simon made his debut on RHOA at the conclusion of season 13, introduced as the husband of Fallon Pina. However, the pair went their separate ways after the conclusion of filming. On May 10, 2021, Porsha revealed she was engaged to Simon after 1 month of dating, despite him being the ex of her RHOA co-star. "Yes, we are crazy in love," she captioned a selfie with Guobadia. "I know it's fast, but we are living life each day to its fullest. I choose happiness every morning and every night." Simon later confirmed the engagement on his own social media, gushing, "I asked her to marry me because we checked all of each other's boxes, and then some." Porsha is back for the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16, following her departure from the show after season 13. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.